Hey guys, I get a lot of questions, usually emailed to me rather than left on videos, but I get a lot of questions about what is and isn't real that people have seen in anime and in manga. Of course, some of it is real. I mean, I'm not an expert on manga or anime, but I've seen a little bit of both, and there is some things that are real. For example, someone like Miyazaki often captures the scenery of Japan very well and realistically. And some aspects like that, there's some images, you know, old houses and, and things like that that are quite realistically presented. And some aspects of life in Japan, but to be honest, most of it is fantasy. So for example, just some of the questions I've been asked recently, is it true that high school students carry briefcases to school? I've never seen it, maybe some do, I've never seen it. They usually carry just the sort of bags that we'd carry in our own countries. What are some of the other questions I've been asked? Is it true that all Japanese kids must study martial arts at school? No. They have a choice of what sports that they do. So that sort of stuff that people have seen in anime and manga is not true. As you guys probably know, Japanese people shorten words that are introduced to Japan. They often shorten. If a word is long, they'll shorten it. So for example, convenience store becomes konbini, television becomes terebi. So when the word animation was introduced to Japan, they shortened it to anime. So it's the same, they see it as the same. Anything that's animated is animation, is anime. So Disney movies from America, animation from any country, as far as Japanese are concerned, that's anime. So it's sort of the same, you know, people from outside Japan looking at Japanese animation and us in Japan looking at Disney animation is the same thing. So, you know, some aspects of it are true, but you know, a lot of it isn't the reality of it. So a lot of it isn't. So really, you're better off rather than trying to work out from watching anime or manga what's real and what's not. It's better off just enjoying it for the fantasy that it is. That's the way Japanese people see it, and just treat it like the same way as you treat watching a Disney movie or reading a comic book, and then rely on other sources, real sources, for your image of what Japan's really like. Is probably the best way. I mean, it's nice. Alternately, you know, we can just look at Japan like it's an animation and see it through those eyes. I guess that's probably more fun, but it's not terribly realistic. So anyway, it'd be nice if it was. I wouldn't mind living in an animation. I've seen a couple. Love to live in a Miyazaki, that'd be great. But it's not really like that. So anyway, there you go.